Hi. So it's going to be a little serious. Um, we don't talk enough about the colorism and internalized racism in our Filipino community. And it's not just our community that has this. Seeing adult Filipinos, yes, adult Filipinos, fellow Filipinos, roast a 14-year-old Filipino kid for having a moment of vulnerability and insecurity about his looks because of that internalized racism and colorism was truly disappointing. Did he word it the right way? No, probably not. But how many of us were eloquent at 14? That's a rough age because you're still learning about who you are, where your place is in the world, and you don't know everything yet. There's a lot of pressure to fit in from your peers, from the beauty and fashion industry, and far too often from our parents. A lot of us, who grew up Filipino kids know what our parents could be like about having to like assimilate, having to fit in, especially if you're, you know, in a country like the United States, Filipino American. Yeah, a lot of pressure to fit in, right? To assimilate, to belong. This child needed kindness, empathy, and compassion. Instead, what he got was bullying and harassment from adults who forgot to check their ego at the door and remember what it was like to be an insecure 14-year-old kid. Colonization has held up whiteness as the epitome of beauty, and it just isn't so. That's not true. There are so many different kinds of people in the world, so many experiences. And when we come together and lift each other up instead of tearing each other down, that makes us beautiful. Like our differences, our variety, our cultures, sharing those experiences together is what makes our communities wonderful, what makes all the people in the world beautiful. So here's the thing, before you make the choice to tear down a kid or tear down anyone, try to take a step back and ask yourself, will this cause more pain to someone who is already hurting? Will this change anything? Will this be productive or destructive? Because we always have a choice in the things we say and do. Because the person who receives that energy carries that weight. Yeah. So we can choose to add to someone's pain or ease their burden with just a bit of kindness, a bit of understanding, a bit of empathy. So, to the young people, like that young man, take the time to learn about yourself, about the world, and please understand that no one is necessarily the same person 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It's part of growing up and becoming who you are. Your body isn't fully grown yet. You're still growing. Your body and your mind are still growing and learning. So take the time for you to learn about who you are, about who you want to be. And you don't have to decide that right away. You can take your time, okay? You can take your time. But don't let anyone tell you who you get to be. That is your journey, no one else's. Do your best to be kind, not just to yourself, but to others, okay? You've got this. You've got this. This Filipino mom and Lola is Tagalog for grandma. This Filipino mom and Lola believes in you. You've got this. And to the adults, please just take a moment to remember that, what we say and do carries weight, whether it's a kid or another adult. You don't have to choose cruelty. You can choose to be kind. And I hope you will choose kindness next time. I hope you will learn, that your words and actions carry weight. And when it's a kid, try to remember what it was like to be that kid. So many of us were that insecure kid because it's not easy, especially if you are not necessarily a white person, whether you're black, brown, Latin, Filipino, mixed Filipino, biracial, multi-race, right? There's so much pressure and there's so many things going on in the world, and the world is ugly enough. So why add to that? Okay? I can't tell you what to do, right? It's up to you. It's up to you to decide what you want to do and how you want to act and who you want to be. But I hope you choose kindness and I hope you choose to be better. All right. I gotta go now. Until next time, love y'all. Mahal kita. Bye, everyone.